Hi guys, my name is Stephen Boley. This is my presentation on computer programming and career exploration. And I'm clicking the wrong mouse. So how are you guys doing today, by the way? Pretty good.
Fantastic.
So when we look at a computer and we think about what software is, what an app is, what a website is, do we ever really consider what kind of work goes into making those things happen? When you click on a button on a page, when you click inside of your PowerPoint presentation, what makes those things work the way that they do? That's the job of a coder. That's the job of a programmer. The purpose of this research report was to investigate programming jobs for college graduates. The scope and limits, there's 3 types of careers that I wanted to investigate the most because that's where a lot of the industry goes to, unless you want to get into really specialized things. The sources were from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Glassdoor.com, Britannica. I did an interview for my primary research subject by Mr. Jeff Bartlett. So a web developer is the person that makes websites, and they design primarily for mobile phones first. Nowadays, they use HTML and XML coding languages, and they use JavaScript to make certain functions happen on those websites. When you click on an email or a drop-down menu, those are JavaScripts working. Software engineers are the architects of the programming world. They design the systems that developers work inside of. They typically hold master's degrees, and then they have a background in programming as well. So they go in for different types of engineering. Software developers typically hold associate's or bachelor's degrees, and they work as parts of units or by themselves underneath software engineers to make different components for programs. Education is required. A lot of people have been watching videos on YouTube, and there's always somebody saying you can learn how to code by yourself, just follow this video. And yes, you can be self-taught, but the amount of jobs that are available to you when you self-teach aren't really there, because there's no proof that you're able to do it other than maybe a portfolio. And who knows if it's any good compared to what somebody who's educated can produce. Typically, careers in this field start out around $55,000, and the higher level of education that you acquire, your entry level or starting pay can be anywhere from $55,000 to $100,000. Staying up to date with different programming languages is very important in this industry, because if you do not, you'll fall out of favor. You won't be relevant anymore in the field. On the right, we see Mr. Jeff Bartlett's starting pay in 2018 was $75,000. And over the few years that he's been with this company, he's gotten significant raises based on his aptitude in languages that he's learned. He holds a bachelor's degree from Lewis College in Illinois. And this is in the way. I didn't even think about that. Here you go. Stay on the left. Employability of graduates. Traditional college graduates have an edge over other applicants. Exposure to many different learning paths for your coursework helps you learn more programming languages in and out. And then you have more options for your choice of job. Coding boot camps do offer similar educations to college without all of the frills. So there's no extracurricular courses that you have to take. It's straight knowledge about a specific programming language. So most people that join boot camps can get a similar education to a college level, but without that and without a college degree, a lot of employers will skip over employing them in favor of a college graduate. Internships are great tools for networking, and they can lead to jobs after college. So if they are offered to you at some point by career services, the earlier you do it, the better. Back to the right. So the outlook for employability for this career field is pretty high. Engineering roles are diminishing in the United States, but software development and web development roles are increasing. And a lot of FAANG companies, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google are hiring around 250,000 people a year. And the amount of US graduates in this field is around 63,000 people. So fresh graduates do have a great chance to get employed with these big companies. A majority of new jobs offered are in web development. People are creating new applications all the time. And a lot of jobs are just to maintain those applications that are currently out. So determining your career path early can help you choose courses relevant to the sector that you want to be employed in. Don't settle for the easiest thing attained, aim for higher education. You might be in school for a bit longer, but the amount of money that you'll get is worth the effort. Seek internships when possible. Boot camps are really hard and there is a huge fail rate for those. They do cost a lot of money and they do usually take only their payments up front. The job market for coding and programming work is growing. So if you do join the field, know that there is work waiting for you. And utilize every moment that you have available to make sure that your future is set in stone. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to stop recording now.